Oh, hey there, it's Laurie Lynnsee, and this is today's Love and Light message from Spirit. Today is Thursday, March 9th, 2025, 26. What year are we in? 26, yeah. I had to stop and re-record because my gratitude alarm went off. And it just reminded me that that's another tip that I give to my students and my followers is that you can set alarms on your phone throughout the day for gratitude, for breathing exercises, for finding grounding moments. I happen to do it every 2 hours, so 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, and then 8 p.m. You could do it at 8 a.m., noon, 5 o'clock, whenever. Just times throughout your day for you to stop and, reflect or ground or whatever you need to do. I have my moon roof open because it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So yesterday during my card pull, I had a rant. I had a 2-part video yesterday, and mostly it was a rant. Not going to try and rant today. So the cards were grateful for life, follow your calling, which we've had. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time we've had this card in the last week and a half. And then the sacrament of the present, and that has to do with living in the moment. Okay, I got the sun coming right into my eye, so I'm going to close that off for just a little bit. I'm going to take these cards and I'm going to put them back in the deck randomly, and then we can get started with our card pull for today. So, yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day here. And normally on Thursdays, I go and write, but I did that yesterday with my writing partner. I'm still going to write today. We're just going to write separately. Well, I'm going to write separately. I'm sure he writes every single day, every moment of the day, I swear, because he just writes like a fiend. But I have 2 doctor's appointments today. They're actually physical therapy appointments. The first one is for my jaw, my neck, and shoulders. And then the second one is for my lymphedema. So they'll wrap up my legs. I took off my wraps so I could take a shower this morning. And then they do this lymphedema massage, and then they put these wraps on, and I literally look like a mummy from, the legs down. And my legs look thick. But it's helping. Hopefully I will have, there's a ton of birds out here. Soon I'll be in my compression, so it'll all be easier. I am wearing compression capris this morning, though they're not like medical grade. They're things that I just bought. Yeah, we've got a lot of robins. We have these arborvitae trees in our front yard, and they like to stand on top of the trees and then talk to each other. So I'm super excited. My podcast is coming back. I've retooled it. It's now called the Inner Compass Podcast with Laurie Lynnsee instead of the Laurie Lynnsee Podcast. And my first guest is an animal medium, an animal healer who uses, she's an empath, and she uses those skills to communicate with animals to help with their healing. I'm going to go one more time. A card did pop out, but I'm wondering if there is another card that's coming, or if this is the only one. I think this is the only one. Okay, this was a good one for me today, and maybe it's a good one for you too. It's letting go of the past, and the last few days have been so chaotic and so anxiety ridden that I need to let go of what happened in the last few days. I had these rants about this guest speaker that I watched and listened to, all the stuff that's going on with the Cheeto. I have to let go of all that because I can't let that affect my everyday moment-to-moment living, right? Plus, there are good things that are happening right now that we need to focus on. For instance, our neighboring state, Wisconsin, just elected another female feminist, liberal to their Supreme Court. They now have 5 female judges on their Supreme Court that are liberal. It's just so exciting because Wisconsin's one of those funky states, and it's very gerrymandered. And I know this because I lived in western Wisconsin when I first married my husband. And although the city we lived in, voted both times for Obama, they didn't always support the Democrat in the other offices. In fact, their school board was made up of pre-MAGA people. One of them was a real estate agent, and she had no experience in education, and all she wanted to do was cut. And it was just not good. Not good. So letting go of the past, move forward with confidence. And look at that. This person is, looking forward. These people are going forward. There's another spirit over here. Look at that beautiful, looks like it should be a moon, but it's the light. They're moving towards the light. Let's see what the book has to say to us. Let go of the past. Let it go. Let it go. It's hard to let it go. I know. I'm the first one to say that. Let go of the past. The journey of life is not always a joyful ride. Sometimes it knocks you down to the ground for no good reason. It doesn't matter how unfair the punches are. Unless we let go of the disturbing memories, we cannot freely move forward with confidence. Lingering memories, especially stressful ones, are blocks that can bring your journey towards achievement. Let me read that sentence again. Lingering memories, especially stressful ones, are blocks that can bring our journey towards achievement to a halt. So I accept my past without regret, and I am ready to face my future fearlessly. Let it go. Let it go. Because the powers that be, the universe, is not going to allow him to annihilate a civilization. They're not. It's time to put our trust in that things are going to get better, that enough people are waking up and saying, this isn't what I want, especially the red team. A lot of them are waking up and saying, this is not what I thought was going to happen. And they're starting to fight back. I'm not on Truth Social, but I have heard that there has been a ton of backlash since, Monday that he posted? There's been a ton of mega backlash. And they're waking up. They're starting to feel like this isn't right. And that's what we need. We don't need all the Democrats saying, remove him from office, 25th Amendment. That's not going to get us anywhere. And if you understand how our country works, you have to have enough members of the House and Senate on your team to get you where you need to go. Right? And right now, yes, all of the Democrats are standing up, but the Republicans need to stand up and say no. They need to say no and start moving towards a better future for all of us. So let's bring in the calmness and then release. I hope you're all having a blessed day. Peace, love, and joy.